that all over because, girl, what the f***?
Don't close your eyes to get away. Just make my mind and I'll arrange it. Beautiful, girl, you're stainless. You'll be fine, I'll be
Hi, this is Jasmine Sharell. Welcome to my channel. You can just go ahead and cut the formalities. I'm Jazz. Nice to meet you. What's up, y'all? It's Jasmine Sharell, or y'all can call me Jazz, whichever you prefer. Just know that we're not with the formalities here on this channel. Today I'm doing something different, especially for myself and just out loud on a bigger platform to be open about. This is the first video diary that I decided to do. Not so much because I would like to make content, but just express that, you know, this is what's going on. This is why it's going on. This is this, that, and the third. And I do think it's very funny that I decided to do this after the period of time that I was going through whatever I was going through, or going through situations that were presented to myself that had adhered to me not being able to perform the best that I should be with content creating and planning out my schedule and being very active like I expected and wanted to be. The last video, I said that I wasn't going to put my personal business out there. I think now that I sat with that and things have happened, God uses your words in the most funniest ways possible. So to jump right into it, let's go ahead and get started. But before then, do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on my socials at DMLS with the S2 underscores. So basically, the title of the video diary number 1 is, of course, catching up, transparency, and clean slates. So basically, girl, what had happened was I was in a situation dealing with somebody that actually stopped speaking on like trying to date terms. I feel like I was experiencing, now that I've sat and I've had time to process everything, that I had experienced a lot of love bombing, and I'm sure some people have experienced that as well, not just me. And it took a major turn. Do we still have correspondence? A little bit. I feel like it's kind of like, I don't have a problem with you, you don't have a problem with me, but that's just not something that I want to be on right now. Dating is just something that I'm probably not really interested right now in doing, because I have significant amount of healing that I need to participate in. So if you see me looking down, I wrote my notes about it because of the simple fact that I can get on and start rambling, go into a rabbit hole of a whole bunch of stuff. So alongside with the experience of stopped talking to someone that I was really interested with, or I stopped talking to someone that I was really interested with, a whole wave of things had came about that I was doing good on, what's the word that I should say? I was doing okay with adhering to and handling it on my own accord. So just to be frank, without going into the extreme details of whatever happened, I was sexually assaulted at Prairie View University back in 2018. Why has it been such a significance of what's going on as a 23 about to be 24-year-old rather than at 19 is because though it comes at the most insignificant times, starting YouTube, being open with being on content and getting out of my shell with being on YouTube or being on social media, taking pictures, posting my pictures, doing this, doing that, and the third, buying stuff, putting my time and work into it. Not only just that, but going into a university, starting my master's, getting all of this taken care of. And I'm actually not saying like, oh, starting my master's and just going to school, like actually trying to put in the work and start off with a clean slate. It comes back. It came back. Like, came back up in the month of August. It's the end of August now, but this has been going on since like the end of July going into August. So like about a month and a half going, could be going on 2 months actually. If I'm not, actually, I take that back. I'm not going to allow it to go into September. So about a month and a half. A significant amount of stress at work and an immense amount of density at work, because not only am I suffering with severe cases in severe issues with my mental health at this point. It was just like the dense individuals that I had to communicate with. And I really don't like communicating my personal business at work because I feel like that is a crutch. But in a way, like, I have to communicate because these personal issues, it's taking me away from my job. Not only just that, but taking other people away from their jobs and putting a immense amount of stress on other people because they love me and they deal with me. So now I have to verbally explain, like, this is some embarrassing ass shit. I hate to cuss. I'm not trying to cuss on here. That was one of my things that I really didn't want to do. Like, in my spare time when I'm with my friends and I'm comfortable, yeah, but like, that's some embarrassing ass shit to be dealing with consistently over and over and over, especially when I've tried to get my shit together. The situation happened spring of 2018. Boom. I come back that next fall and going for it up until graduation in 2021. I stayed on Dean's List, and that just came out of preview with 3.0. It's an impressive thing to say that you did, but it's like all of the hindering things that come about, it's like I have to undo them. So now I'm dealing with, that was not cute, girl. I'm dealing with work stress and dense people, the love bombing incident, and like that dating cycle period. It was just, that was not good for me. And then I have to deal with this. Now, with this particular situation from spring 2018, I cannot make this up. Right hand on the man. I can't make it up. Every time there is a finals going on when I was still at school at PV, or something good or something that I'm trying to better myself with, i.e. YouTube content creator and being a full-time content creator, a part-time content creator for the time being now, and going to school to get my master's, it pops back up. So I'm going through anxiety. My mind, that's where I've had enough. I am not going to go into 24 years old still dealing with that. I don't want to. I'm not giving up. I'm tired, but I can't allow this to keep hindering myself from doing what I want to do when he and everybody else gets to go and live their life the way they would like to, up and down the Texas highways. But I'm scared to be in spaces that I can't control. That's embarrassing. Everything about this situation is embarrassing. But instead of me beating myself up about the embarrassment, I said, let me be open about this shit. Let me be open and be transparent about what's going on, because I'm not the only one. Things are not going to be perfect. I get that, but again, like I said, going back to that video, God puts you in a position. So I was like, okay, cool. So that's what happened. How it happened, it just came out of nowhere. It happened April 21st, 2018. It has affected me on a different amounts of level, but I have to understand that, I hate to say it, but healing, that hurts. It hurts so much because I wouldn't have been able to understand and take into consideration and process it like I am now, rather than when I was 21 or 22 or 19. 2 months into going into my 24th birthday, I have the understanding that I have to heal properly from this situation on my own accord, not surface level, not bundling it up, not putting it in a small little container and putting it in the back of a corner. I can't do that because, again, it affects me with my dating life, my friends, my family, how I move at work, how I move going forward with being consistent, because I'm sitting in a room with the dark. It's dark. I don't have any lights on. I barely turn the TV on as much as I want to. Only thing I can do is eat, and I'm only eating snacks. That's not good. That's not okay. So spiritually, it's a lot. Everything about this was just a lot. It was a lot. So, to speed up the timeline, I feel the way I feel. Like, I'm angry. I have different emotions every day, but I'm trying my best to be available for myself and show up for myself is what you're going to get. Some days I may feel like I don't want to do anything. Some days I may be feeling on a high vibration. Some days I may be sad and crying and upset and I'm angry, but it happens. It does still make me physically sick, which is it. not just that particular thing, but I feel like overall everything has been making me physically sick. Like, I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to deal with it, but I have to understand I have the choice. I have the choice. And for a long time, I feel like I didn't get to have that choice. So I was like, let me be open. Let me be transparent. Let me be that person. Only 23-year-old Jazz can process this the way that she can process this without it being. And of course, again, I'm going to have my emotions about everything. I'm a very, very emotional person. If anything, I know for sure I am an empath. I cry on like that. So going forward, I'm just learning that I have to, as corny and cliche as it sounds, I have to protect my peace. But I really do have to protect everything that I have going for. But that also means not just my peace, but my power. I'm not giving up. I've said some really crazy things to personal people in my life. But going forward, that does nothing for me. So I understand it. And I'm rolling my eyes because I'm not doing nothing but internally and externally checking. I'm internally checking myself, but I'm externally checking myself in front of y'all. And that's just that. Going forward, I don't want it to hinder me, which is why I was like the clean slate, excuse me. But that also means I have to stand up for myself and what I want and what I will allow. That means with my mental health, with school, consistency, routine, discipline, work, everything. I just feel like I need to be more open. And when I say open, I can be able to have a conversation like this and be like, I'm okay, it's cool, because this is public knowledge. It ain't nothing that nobody haven't heard, unless you really haven't heard. I mean, but I'm not opening my mouth to people anymore about things that they could care less if I'm going to get through it or not. If it's a like, hey, how you doing? I'm good. How are you? Oh, I'm good. Just checking in on you. Thanks. If I want to talk about it. If I don't want to talk about it. So, yeah. I feel like this is almost like therapy, because I'm able to allow it to get it out. And again, of course, I know I'm not the only one that has been through this unfortunate circumstance with anything that I've said, not just with that particular situation. And my heart does go out to, and I'm always going to pray for your peace and your sanity. Never will I pray for patience, because that's when you go get tested. So whoever out there praying for me to have patience, please stop. Don't do that. Pray for me to have peace, because I'm patience real thin these days. But yeah, I'm excited. Again, I'm very proud of myself. And I say this, I'm trying not to cry. I'm not going to cry. I'm a big girl. And even if I was like to cry, y'all was going to catch me on camera. Period. But anyway, I'm happy that I'm available to see that I am putting myself in a space to be like, I'm running around in circles by doing the basic things that I wasn't able to. I was able to have the energy to make my bed up. It may not seem like something to y'all, but when you get in that space, like, I don't want to make my bed up, I don't want to change my sheets, I just want to take a bath and just lay here with the curtains drawn, blinds closed, I vacuumed the floor, I drank water today. It's a lot. But yeah, going forward, what's next? I will be going to Texas Southern tomorrow to just go get out of my environment of being at home, doing my schoolwork at home. I'm online. But being consistent. You can change your narrative. You can change what you want to do if you just do it. I feel like I look really shiny, but I don't. It's just skin. So again, this is something that's new for me. And again, I will always treat my video diaries as therapy. Whether it's watched or not, it'll be available, because not only am I watching and doing this to see the progress of how much I've grown from the very first one, but just being an open YouTuber and not letting this situation bring me down, not letting this situation compromise and actually stop. Why do you have my mask? Having a dog is stressful. Hey y'all, Editing Jazz is here. I also want to let y'all know, don't leave any negative comments or vindictive comments. Very triggering thing to talk about all of the situations that I let you in on. I just want there to be equal and mutual respect for both parties, all parties involved that have made me feel some type of way about me opening my mouth and letting me have stories and experiences to express. Opinion is your opinion. However, on a public scale, I just don't feel like that's necessary. It's very inappropriate, and let's just keep it cute. So that concludes my video diary number 1. I'm not gonna have a set time for a video diary. I just will not put that expectation on myself. But being consistent, absolutely. But having a video diary every week, no, that's not gonna happen, because these are entries on video. These are entries on video. I'm doing that thing again when I'm looking at myself in the screen. I can't do that. So I will be going Texas Sunday tomorrow. I'm going to try to vlog it, get everything taken care of, and just be at school. I'm using my Notion, and I'm going to try my best to be genuinely open with you all, especially going forward as I grow and when I grow, because I have no other way but to go is up. The only way to go is up from here. So that is my video diary. I'm very proud of myself because I didn't break down crying, but I didn't want to be super explicit with what was going on. It's a work in progress. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I shall see y'all later.